Welcome guys to another ProfileTree video. So today we're going to be going through the best e-commerce builder websites. Now there are a few different options, can be a little bit overwhelming, especially when you're picking the right one. So hopefully this video will give you a guide or just even a foundation to stand on for picking the website builder for you. So we'll go ahead and get started. Now, when you are looking for a website builder or choosing the one for you, you got to make sure that you compare each one and consider the goal for your website. So you want to make sure that it will fit the needs for your website. Now, of course, since we are building a e-commerce website, there are a couple of key points here. So if you're looking for something simple yet attractive, now this could apply for e-commerce as well. So you got to make sure that you look for a easier website builder with an easier interface. Now this could be a drag drop or click and point sort of website builder, and that'll be a lot easier. And you want to find something that doesn't have any coding as well, like HTML, CSS, or JavaScript. Try to avoid them if need be, especially if you're not too technical or you're just not a coder. No problem at all. Just look for one that's, as I say, a drag and drop or a click and point builder. Next, of course, if you want to have a sleek and professional online store, you want to make sure that you're looking into a website builder that is tailored towards e-commerce website, or even if it's not, just see and check that you're able to accept payments using that website builder. Now, for those who are a little bit more knowledgeable or technical with the digital industry, and you're wanting some things like URL redirect services, file managers, FTP managers, MIME types, then of course having these sort of features will allow you to have complete control over the internal structure of your site. So these are some of the things that you may want to consider. And as well as the internal structure of your site, the web pages and content. Now lastly there I've talked about is for those looking software and scripts, make sure that you look out for website builders with PERL or Perl support and a website backup support. So I want to talk about the key features that you would want to look out for within a website builder. Now we'll go ahead and check out some of the key points. So you want to make sure that it has mobile compatibility, but of course with some of the ones that I've got set up here, thankfully they all have mobile compatibility. Now, of course, if the website builder or if you're doing pure code and if you're building pretty much a website from scratch you want to make sure that you apply mobile compatibility. It's just more for the visitors or the searchers or customers that you have. You want to make sure that you're applying the same experience that you would for a desktop but on mobile view, and make sure that nothing is out of line or misaligned or buttons aren't working correctly. So it's really important to have mobile compatibility. It's more as well that many people would use their mobile device than they would with the desktop or a laptop. Next, of course, you want to grab the right hosting and domain. So when building a website, there's two other components that's needed other than design, of course. So a website host and domain name, which is the URL to navigate to your site. So many website builders offer all three services, of course. If you already own a domain name and want to use a different website builder, you'll have to migrate your domain to the new platform. Now, an example of this could be if you had purchased a domain name using GoDaddy and you wanted to use that same domain within Wix, you're going to have to migrate that domain to that platform. Now, of course, the circumstances of why you purchase a domain name from another website builder is probably because it's cheaper or with the likes of you'd build a website in that one and you want to move it to another website builder. Of course, the reasoning can vary. Next, of course, you want to make sure that the pictures and video storage is enough. So website builders make it easy to upload pictures and video, and most even offer a free non-copyright image and video. Now, you want to make sure that the storage are fairly good. Now, you'll see the amount of storage when purchasing a subscription plan below, and you'll see some of the key features there. So just make sure that you're picking the right one for your website, especially if you have a lot of videos or a lot of images packed in that e-commerce website. Of course, this could apply for the e-commerce website since you'll be selling products. So it makes sense to have a load of images, a load of videos. So just be aware of which plan you're picking. Now, next of all, we've got business email. Most website builders come with the ability to create an email address with your domain name. However, some website builders charge extra to have this feature, so just look out. So choose, you pick the right plan. And the SEO, of course, the analytics for that, you want to make sure that, because most use Google Analytics to assess traffic, you want to make sure that the website builder has its own form of traffic analysis. If not, then you may have some issue with your SEO ranking and traffic flow with the customers, and you may see a dip from your traffic analysis. Of course, if that keeps consistently dipping down, then it could be very, very bad for your revenue towards your website. So those are the key factors or key features for your website builder. Now, what I want to discuss is the actual platform or website builders you can use yourself. And here is the first one, which is Wix. So the Wix editor is a powerful website builder without being too overwhelming. It also comes with plenty of templates, which is great. Great customer support. And on top of that, which isn't mentioned, is it has a list of different platforms to choose from, which is really good for beginners and pro web builders. Next, we've got Squarespace, which is one of the popular and best website builders. Not that I'm saying that Wix isn't popular. Squarespace is just another one that's popular. It has a load of useful features that can be handy for the user. It can take a while to learn in terms of location of menus and features. This builder is a cross between drag and drop editor and point and click editor. Next, we've got GoDaddy, which is great for first time users. It also requires zero technical skills. So if you answer a few questions about what your website is about and the purpose of your site, it pretty much just builds a website for you within 3 minutes or less. Now you can choose a template if you'd like as well, if you don't want to build one from scratch. Unfortunately, GoDaddy doesn't offer as many design options, so that is a little bit of a downfall compared to Wix and Squarespace. Next, we've got Jimdo, which helps you to create a personalized site with photos, tailored text, as well as other details that fit your industry. Now, this would mainly be towards regular websites. Now, we'll have a look anyway to see if we can find some templates to do with the e-commerce, but I would recommend this site for others that would use blogs, portfolios, resumes, CVs, anything like that. This would be the one for you. Lastly, of course, we've got Zero, which is a website builder that has the lowest prices in terms of plans, which is great, of course. That's what we had seen from compared with the numerous amount of different website builders. Now, of course, with the low costs or the low prices means that you have to agree to a 4-year contract in order for you to take advantage of it. So that's the only catch towards that. But anyway, you will get free templates, 100 free templates to get started. And the designs are really, really good as well. I have seen them myself, and few websites have been created for it. I did notice that most or majority of the templates rely on a hero section or hero images to nail the designs. Now this is a drag and drop editor and has all the elements you need to build a website. So now that we've discussed the different e-commerce websites, we're going to go ahead and check out the website builders and look through the pros and cons. So starting off with the pros and cons for the website builder. Well, actually, before we get into that, I want to go ahead and talk about how to create a website first. So when building your website, this is a bit important, or very important, sorry. So, of course, most of you would know, or even if you're getting started, when creating a website, it's important to have a header, a section, and a footer. Now, within your header, you would have a logo, menu, login, social media. Now, this can vary depending on what your site is based off, especially if you are creating a shopping website, then you would want to have some login tabs. Then it would be very beneficial, of course, by the likes of Adidas. They've got their login bars and memberships as well, and they're able to offer some promotionals. That's why you would have a login, just to take people's emails, and also gives you a marketing option as well. It's also a marketing strategy to add logins, as you can boost and send out some promotionals for your website through email. Next, and moving on, we've got the section there, which is I've got heading, tagline, background. So that's basically your hero section. You can have a fluid design going on there. You can have a video playing with a button to connect to another area. You can have either a welcome title towards the website for the searcher, visitor, or customer. Next, I've added there, which is a paragraph. This could be something to do with the team, a little bit of background knowledge towards the company, and you can probably have like a video playing in the background, or even pictures, like just depending on what you want to do. That's what can be added. So that's just like a little feature that you can play along with. And lastly there, of course, if you're building an e-commerce website, it's important to have some promotionals, gallery, about, and contact form. Now, the reason why I say you should add some promotionals is that it is an SEO marketing strategy, especially if you want to gain the attention of more customers and more traffic, meaning more rank. It's just the way to go to add some promotionals. A lot of people will look for bargains. A lot of people will compare different brands or the same brand with different prices online. I have done so myself. So especially if you're trying to save a penny or two, then try to grab users' attention with a promotional. Lastly, of course, we have our links, menu, social media, and a disclaimer. Now, just depending on what you put on the footer, of course, those are some key factors that I've listed, which is links, menu, social media, and the disclaimer. You can add some little touches like a location map, but you can just put it in text as well, just depending how much space you have within the footer. Okay, so now that we've actually talked through how to build a website, we'll go ahead and check out the website builders. So coming off at the start here, we've got GoDaddy, and the pros for this is that it offers a 24/7 customer support, which is great. It also gives great value for introductory plans, uses an artificial design intelligence to create a quick site. So this is what I'm meaning about the 3-minute build. And for the cons as well, we have a limited app market, has very limited customization, and pricey with the add-ons. Instead of explaining all this, I'm going to go ahead and show you the website builder itself. Okay, so this is the GoDaddy platform. Now, of course, if we go ahead and select GoDaddy, this is the main area that you'll be clicking on. It even gives some ways to sell you some promotionals, of course. And this is pretty much the entire site. So basically, if you want to go ahead and create a website, of course, they've got a bunch of different templates here, and this is where you'll be able to locate them. You can have an online store as well. So if you select online store, you can create one here, and it even gives you an insight for the background of creating an online store. Now, there are different templates here, which is categorized, of course. So say we wanted an online store, we can go ahead and select that, and it'll give us a bunch of different templates to use. Now, if you aren't happy with creating a website from scratch, then this is probably the place for you. However, it is fairly easy to create a website using GoDaddy and something very, very basic as well. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that. So if you just click Start for Free, it'll give you this loading screen, and it'll ask you to choose the category. Of course, I have created a website, so I'm going to go ahead and start a new site. So choose a category. So we're going to create an online clothing store. Let's just say clothing store, and we'll see what comes up. Now, of course, we've got clothing and apparel, women's clothing, bespoke clothing, men's clothing, and a bunch of different other ones here. So I'm just going to go ahead and click clothing and apparel, and then I'm just going to name it ProfileTree clothing, and I'm going to select next. So these are pretty much the questions. This is the ADI, and how far along is your business? Of course, you can pick some of the following there. It's just an idea, hasn't launched. It's launched recently. It's been up and running for a while now. So I could just say it's been up and running for a while now. Congratulations. What kind of website do you want to create today? So something simple or a full service. Now I'm going to go ahead and select something more full service that I can start now. And I'm going to go ahead and select a full website, and you can also choose a coming soon page. So we'll wait for this to load. It literally takes a couple of minutes, so we haven't even surpassed the 2 minutes yet, and hopefully the loading doesn't take us past that. Now, as you can see with the background there, it's already built the website for us. So that was pretty fast and straightforward, and as you can see, it's fairly good for what it is. And it's also very, very customizable, and you get everything that you need. As a person that's not too technical, then it's great to have this e-commerce website built for you. Now you can change the images if you want to, and they do have their own images provided. As you can see, there's a list of different clothing ones there, and you can upload your own one if you decide to do so. So yeah, overall, easy website builder. Created one there for me, or if you're not happy to choose that, of course you can go ahead and pick a template, and we've got areas here to pretty much do up our site navigation, where we can add some more pages, which is easy enough, and which is great is that it gives us an option to create a drop down menu or link to an external website. And we even have here where we can show it the navigation, show and footer, and have it as a private page. So there's just a variety when it comes to actually working with the website builder here itself. So now that it's explained, we'll go ahead and check out another website builder. Okay, so our next website builder is called Zyro, and there are some pros and cons to this. So of course, our pros starting off is it's great for beginners, has SSL encryption, drag and drop editor. It's very easy to use, and I'll show you how easy it is to use when we look at it. Our cons, of course, is we can't switch to another template once you've picked. Has lack of advanced features, which is a bit unfortunate, especially if you want to add some more functionality to your website. And it has no real-time support for a free plan, and also no access to code editing, which is a little bit unfortunate for those who want to create some cool areas or cool code for it. So anyway, we'll go check out the website and see what's going on. Okay, so here we are on Zyro, the website builder. Now we are on the area called blank templates. Now, as you can see with the navigation already, it is very minimalistic, but it seems to be a little bit more easier to make your way around, unlike GoDaddy there. So if we go ahead and take a look at some of the templates that they have to offer, and they even have one specified exactly for e-commerce as well, which is great. Now you can see here that they've got handmade ceramics, there's one for a clothing brand, even one for a music one, looks like a skincare, looks like this would be for food or protein shakes and stuff like that. So there are a list of different options there, and it looks like it goes up to page 3. And of course, if you're not happy to use one of the templates, you can go ahead and create a blank template instead, and they give you a couple of different ones there. As you can see, you can even start from scratch. They've got different templates there for different businesses. Of course, there's one there for a blank business template, so we'll go ahead and check that out. And even has one where it provides a service, so that's great. And we'll check out the other ones here. Okay. So if we go back to e-commerce, we'll just check out one of the sites here. We'll check out the handmade ceramics one. Nice, plain, but yet minimalistic and great designing. It's a good website. You have everything you need. You have the stuff that you're selling here, and you can even add things to cart if you wanted to. So if I selected on that and add that to the bag, then of course that should show up on the cart. Works the same way it looks to be with Wix, which is great, especially if you are a Wix developer and you want to try something new. Then Xero might be the one for you here. So yeah, highly recommend to use Xero. Has its mobile editing area there, and I can switch templates by the looks of things. So yeah, but by the looks of that, oh well, it doesn't look like I can switch templates once I've started. But there's different optimization, as you can see. There's desktop, tablet, and mobile. As I was talking about, these are very important key features or factors to your website. You want to introduce as many visitors to your site, so that's a plus for me. Anyway, we'll go ahead and check out the next website builder. Okay, so next up is Squarespace. We'll read out the pros and cons. So the pros is modern, stunning website designs, user-friendly editor, good number of apps for added functionality to the site, AMP formatting, limited availability labels for e-commerce. Unfortunately, it lacks the customization freedom, so designs can vary. Fairly expensive for what it is compared to other website builders, and has limited customer support. So we'll take a look at this in depth, and we'll see and judge the actual website builder itself. So here we are on the Squarespace website builder. Now, as you can see, they have a lot of other templates to offer, and straight away they've got one there for an online store. So you can go ahead and select that, and you can go ahead and match them up with the other templates there. So as you can see, there's one for a drinks one, I think, or could be, it looks like a pickle one, yeah. And then there's one for furniture there, as you can see, and looks like this is for clothing. So very, very good designs and very modern, as you can tell. And on top of that as well, if you don't want to use any of the templates, as I've said, you can go ahead and create a blank template if need be. And as well as that, of course, just to note Squarespace, it's a little bit harder for the navigation in terms of navigation and working your way around the actual website itself. It can take a little bit of time, especially since they like to move things about. There was the use blank template button around here in this filter area, and now it's disappeared. So I'm not too sure if it's a bug on my end or a bug with their end, but it looks like you can build your own template here as well. So I can go ahead and select that. Click let's go, and then it'll set things up for me as well. And this is where it should be able to give me a website. So we'll wait for that to load. Okay, so it'll ask us, of course, our site name, and then of course we'll just say ProfileTree Clothing. And we can select next. Then we get some home pages here as well. Check out what we're selling. So as you can see, look how well the designs are. It's really, really good. It's just how it's laid out. It's very nice. And of course, we can even modify the footer. This is something that not even any of the website builders can even offer. So I can even add that. I can add a color palette to it as well. So I can change it about if I wanted to. I'll just stick with that, and then we'll go ahead and select the font. and I'll select it for this and then select finish. Then it'll gather my pages about. So that's almost like an ADI, but you can tell what you're paying for with Squarespace because of the fluid designs. It acts more like a coded website as well. So it gives you a small little tutorial there, and you can see straight away how the website looks. It looks great straight away. So that didn't even take 3 minutes to build a website like this. So yeah, that's another one for the books. I highly recommend Squarespace, so go check them out. And now we'll move on to the next website builder. Okay, so this is one of the favorites among the community. So we've got Wix. It has a huge list of templates for the pros, has a very versatile editor, great documentation and support, offers a free version to test the service. Now the cons with this is that it can be confusing with the amount of editors, basic SEO features, designs aren't responsive, and you can't switch templates once you've picked. Now, with basic SEO features, meaning that low ranking and low traffic, so you will still get the ranking up there, but you'll probably not be listed as top, if that makes sense. You'll not be the first within the Google search engine, so can be a little bit frustrating, but of course there are ways to boost the SEO feature. Now we'll go ahead and just take a look at what the website builder looks like. Okay, so here is our website builder, and as you can see, if we go to the business and services, we've got a load of different templates, and that is the advantage towards Wix, is that it has a ton of templates to choose from, especially when it comes to anything to do with a business. Now, if I did select a business and I go ahead and click on that and say I wanted to go for something with, let's have a look, we'll do hotels and B&Bs. We'll try that, and that could be an e-commerce. I'll try e-commerce here. As you can see, there's an e-commerce store, and there's the different e-commerce store websites. One for electronic store, accessories, backpack store, you name it, they've pretty much got it. They've even got it all the way to page 8. So you're pretty much getting your money's worth when it comes to Wix. And on top of that as well is that if you don't want to choose any of the templates, which are great by the way, so they're not too simple, but they're not too within advanced as well. So it's great for people that are starting off and aren't too technical with building a website. Now you can select a blank template if you want to start off here, and it even gives you some of the different layouts to choose from. And if I go ahead and select on a shopping one, shop coming soon, see there's even some landing pages that is for coming soon as well. If I go ahead and view this one here, you can see how well designed this website is, and I can even change the site design if I wanted to, just as my little preview. And the platform itself is easy enough to tamper with. So just say if I wanted to move things around, as it is, it's a drag and drop and it snaps on, so it's easy to work on the actual site. As you can see, like that, and then I can go ahead and manage my little tools. So overall, 10 out of 10 for that sort of website builder. I would go ahead and recommend this to anyone starting off, or even someone that's already been creating and developing websites. So if you want something easy, or if you want an e-commerce website, of course, then this would be the one. If you're a business that's looking for something simple and something to use straight away, then Wix would probably be the one for you. So anyway, we'll go ahead and check out the next website builder. Lastly, we've got Jimdo here, and with this one, we've got a free image library. You can create a custom site within 3 minutes. You've got personal website assistance, and it's extremely easy to use. Now, the only problem with this is that there's no blog functionality, no app store to add or enhance functionality to the site. You've got no backup for the site as well, and you've got template restrictions. Now, the issue with using this is that The big factor there is no blog functionality. So if you ever plan to have some blogs within your e-commerce site to boost and rank your website, you might want to avoid this website builder just purely for that. But if you're not really wanting any of that faff and you sort of just want to have just a pure e-commerce website, if you're selling car parts or anything like that, you don't want to have anything to do with blogs to increase ranking and things like that. Well, this could be potentially the website builder for you. So we'll go ahead and check out what's in store for Jimdo. Okay, so here are some of the different ones that they have here, and you can also code here, I'm pretty sure, as well. So if you wanted a store, we can check out some of the store templates they have. They've got a t-shirt store there, one for Mediterranean foods, and they've got bikes there. So a load of different e-commerce websites to choose from. And if we take a look at the startup, so as I said, that you can also create a website for coding, or you can create a website for no coding. Now, regardless of either one you pick, it's going to be a great website. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on the no coding required. And then it'll ask you for what you're creating this website for. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say an individual person. And I would say that this is an established personal service. We'll go and select ProfileTree, and we'll click on this one. Category of business, shopping, clothing would be the right one there. Clothing store, to sell online, and produced by third party and self-made. We'll say my own physical store, social media, craft fairs and markets. So there are a bunch of different areas that you could choose for here. So, and then we don't have Facebook or Instagram. And of course we are a clothing brand, and I would want to go for something modern. And then of course I would like to have that. So this is based on the Google, of course, this is what it's found for us. Anyway, we'll go ahead and select next. And as you can see, these are the websites that it's produced for us. For our clothing brand. Of course, we can change it up a little bit. As you can see, that's our store. So it's based it off the actual pictures online for ProfileTree. So of course, if you click on one and then you hit continue, then it'll create the website for you. And then it's pretty much easy after that. And then we'll just say create a free website and start editing. And there is all your tools here, and of course that's where you can sort of modify things about. Now the only thing is it's click and point, so it's not really a draggable tool. But other than that, so it's ad block instead of ad section. Regardless, it's still pretty much the same old thing. So you can see some of the different parts there. For, of course, this is our company. So if you were trying to create a store out of it, then you could. But yeah, that's pretty much the Jimdo. It's pretty much easy to use, and would highly recommend this website builder. Anyway, folks, that about covers it. Hopefully I've given you an introduction towards the different amount of platforms that you can use for website building. Now, if I have missed anything, of course, I will have missed some stuffs there. There are, just to cover that as well, there are, of course, a bunch of different platforms and website builders. I have just created this video just to show you guys how easy it is to create a website, especially if you're just starting off as a business owner. And I would highly recommend to just check out these simple website builders just to start you off, especially if you're not technical. By all means, use these to your advantage. If you guys have any questions at all, or if you want to leave anything just in the comment section below, go ahead and do so. And yes, as I said, hopefully this video has helped, and I shall see you for the next one. Thank you very much.